Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie Nohemy and thank you for continuously supporting and tuning in. If you guys have not subscribed, don't forget to click that subscribe button so you guys can stay updated with my most recent videos. And if you do not follow me on Instagram, go ahead and do. Here is my IG handle. It is Debbie Nohemy, where I post a lot of everything, right? So I'm also on TikTok under Debbie Nohemy. So I love TikTok, it's hilarious. And yeah, go ahead and follow me. I'm so excited because today I'm going to be continuing my wedding series part 2, where I'm going to be talking about how to choose your bridesmaids. Yes, how to choose your bridesmaids and your maid of honor. I'm gonna need a minute for that. Think, process my thoughts before I open my mouth. Does that make any sense? And let me tell you why I say that. Because when I was planning my wedding, obviously, you know, I was like bouncing off the walls because it was like the most exciting day of my life. I had this idea, this vision in my head of how I wanted to propose to my bridesmaids, who I wanted in my wedding, what it would be like the day of, during the process, and everything, right? Was it what I expected? Yes, it was. I'm not gonna lie. I had very great bridesmaids. I had really great bridesmaids, and yeah, just know that with that comes drama. And when I say that, I'm not speaking for every bridal party of other weddings. I'm speaking for mine in particular. And I have heard of other weddings that have led up to, you know, fights, breakups within the group because of that. So this is where you need to kind of be careful when you choose your bridesmaids. 1, do I have to have my sister-in-law? I don't know. I can't help you with that because my husband doesn't have any sisters. So I wasn't forced to have her in my wedding because she's non-existent. 2, do I have to have my sisters? Well, I mean, unless you have like an evil stepsister that you don't get along with, I don't see why you wouldn't want to have your sisters there. You know, I have a little sister and she was 17 at the time of my wedding planning, and she was my junior maid of honor. Obviously I had a maid of honor, and my junior maid of honor was my little 17-year-old sister, which was literally one of the best like decisions I ever made because she was literally there throughout the entire process. I had her doing like name tags or whatever 6 hours before her hair call time. It was insane. It was like crazy. Things just happen, feelings come out, emotions let loose. It's just wild. When someone's planning a wedding, let me tell you, your bridezilla will come out in full force. Like, just become very conflicting because your friend might feel a certain way. She might feel like the outcast because you already have another group of friends that have known you like your entire life. They know all like your whole like back like story. And they're obviously all best friends. So when she tends to come around, like, you know, she might feel left out. Like, just be mindful that you need to make sure that you're hosting brunches, that you're doing outings. Everybody can just come together, talk, and everybody's just one big happy bridal team, right? So it will not be awkward for your bachelorette, and it will not be awkward for your bridal shower, because there will be like meetings or group chats that are going on that you might not be there, so you don't know how your other friend feels with them. Like, it's just a lot. Like, I always say I like to give my 100%, and I like to be as raw as possible in my videos, and I like to give as much information. But when it comes to this, I just feel like it's such a sensitive subject because a lot of people were feeling a certain way. They were feeling some type of way, like, you know, I don't feel comfortable. I feel left out. I feel like the outcast. One, like, I had to tell her to like not be at my wedding. The other one was cool, but like, you know, she wasn't like coming around as often because she probably didn't feel as comfortable. Like, it's just a lot. Like, it's just crazy. And yeah, so just be very, very careful and just pay close attention of who you want. Remember that these pictures are forever. Forever. And your wedding video is also forever. You can't edit people out of the freaking video. That's crazy. A proposal, I wanted to make it something special, and I wanted to make sure that the girls felt, you know, special, and I knew what, you know, it takes to be a bridesmaid. I knew that they were about to spend money. Not only that, I had to tell them that my wedding was going to be in Guatemala, so it was going to be international. They had to fly. Like, I get that it takes a lot of time, you know, and money. So that to me was very special, and it was also like being considerate towards, you know, their situation, their financial status. So just don't be a brat. Like, it's okay to be a bitchzilla, but don't be a brat to the point where you want to have the most elaborate, most extravagant bridal dress for them, because you have to understand that these girls are already spending so much money on you. You don't want to be that bride that's like, oh yeah, I want you to get a custom dress that's going to be like $500-$600. I need you to have matching shoes. Like, they have to spend for their flight, their hotel, everything, the food. Not only that, but they have to pay for their makeup, their hair, their nails, their eyelashes. Like, there's so much that goes into being a bridesmaid that I feel like some brides just do not understand. And I say brides, but I don't mean me, because I feel like I was more considerate. I mean, I bought my freaking bridesmaid dresses at Windsor for $90. Their shoes were $12. They all had matching shoes because that's what the maid of honor wanted. And I was like, cool, like, I'm not gonna fight it as long as they can afford it. So literally everything was like super cheap. I want to say their dress was actually like $80. So that's what it was. So this is where it gets tricky. You also have to contribute. You also have to pay for certain things. Now, if she wants to add certain things and to the bridal shower or the bachelorette, then that's cool. But you also have to be like mindful. Like, I know my husband was even asking like, hey, do you need anything for your bachelorette? Is there anything that needs to be paid? And actually reached out to the maid of honor, so she, you know, would have like a little bit of extra cash just to make sure that she was okay. Because again, my bridal shower, my bachelorette, I'm sorry, was in Mexico. It was in Puerto Vallarta. So guess what? Emergencies can come up. I mean, anything can come up. So it's just keep it in mind, and making sure that you're also aware that, hey, there's a lot of money that's being involved, that's being spent on you. Also, give back to your bridesmaids. Treat them with, like, you know, love. Make them feel special, because they are special. Because they're also wanting to make your day special, making your whole bridal event, like, you know, series of events, like, special. So I think that's where us brides can drop the ball. I knew who I wanted as my bridesmaids before I was even engaged, and it was exactly what I wanted. Everybody was so awesome. Everybody was like on their best behavior. And when I mean behavior, I don't mean like they're my little slaves. I mean like everyone was in their best behavior with each other. No one was being like catty or like bratty or whatever. And yeah, I don't feel like there was any drama, at least that I knew. Once I, you know, kindly had to remove someone from my bridal party, after that everything was like a, you know, smooth sail. But when choosing your maid of honor, you want to make sure that you're not making her feel overwhelmed or obligated to a certain extent that she needs to pay for everything, because that's not the way it is. Obviously, the bride contributes to certain things. The maid of honor, you know, splits things with the bridesmaids. And yeah, so it's not like, oh, they're gonna throw you the whole entire bridal shower, because I know that my mom contributed to the baby shower. Sorry. My mom contributed to the bridal shower. She paid for the food. It was like a crepe station, which was pretty expensive because it was like a French company. Like, we wanted to get something authentic because my theme was Paris. So obviously we wanted like a Parisian vibe, food and everything. You want to make sure that when you choose your maid of honor, you got to make sure that your relationship is like as strong as a palm tree, which is very hard to knock down a palm tree. Because that's why I use that analogy. And the reason why I say that is because unfortunately for me, I no longer speak to my maid of honor. We are no longer friends, and I don't mean that to be catty in any way, shape, or form. I just want to make sure, like, disclaimer, I'm not trying to be petty. I'm just doing this because as my brides who are watching this, obviously you guys are trusting me by even taking the time to click my video. I want to be as raw as possible. I don't need to get into catty details of what the, you know, events were or what happened really. Like, I do not need to give you the behind the scenes. I just want to let you know, like, straight up, I am no longer in contact with this individual who was my maid of honor and at one point my best friend. Is it something that I regret having her? I go back and forth because I know that she made my bridal party events except for my wedding. Obviously, she did not contribute to anything for my wedding. She didn't pay anything for my wedding besides her own, like, dress and everything. Everything else I paid. My husband paid. I want to say that being a maid of honor did lead up to where we're at now, where our relationship, friendship status is. It did play a big role. Again, I'm not going to go into, you know, in depths of what really happened because I'm not here to be catty. I'm not here, like, that's not me. I'm not here to put subliminal messages on my Instagram. To me, that's like you're crying out for help. If you really need to put it out to the world of what really happened, it's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. So, it was a series of events that happened that led up to this relationship breakup. So, like I said, at the time, it was perfect. Like, my bachelorette was, like, incredible. My bridal shower was just, like, magnificent. It was out of this world. It was, like, more than I expected. Everything was beautiful. But again, it does add a lot of pressure to the maid of honor. And I'm not here to justify. I'm not here to, you know, but I maybe that's what, like, led up to where we're at because of everything that happened. So it's crazy. Like, it's really crazy. And my maid of honor happened to be obviously one of my best friends that was also part of my main group with all my other bridesmaids. So, which was quite devastating, I would say. Thank God none of this happened while I was getting married, during my wedding. Like, it happened, like, obviously a year later. I'm very happy and I'm very blessed to say that I kept my bridesmaids, who also don't speak to this individual, aka my maid of honor. So that to me was a relief, I would say, because obviously we know that this wasn't something that I had any control. It was not something that I was to be blamed for or something that I did wrong as a bride. It was just, you know, that person just decided to go a different route, I guess. So just be very, very careful. Be very mindful of who you have as your maid of honor. And like I said, these pictures, these videos are forever. Like, again, I'm sure you guys want to know, do I regret it? I have mixed emotions. I have mixed feelings about it because it was perfect. But at the same time, I'm like, ugh, just, it's not how I want to remember my wedding. It's not how I want to remember that day where I feel like I would never change or trade my wedding day. It was perfect, obviously, with all its flaws, with everything that went on, me almost like chopping off my finger, which I will get to in another story because you guys, it's crazy. Really reevaluate your friendships and understand, like, is this someone who I really want in my wedding? Is this somebody that I want to, like, look at my pictures for the rest of our lives with our grandchildren when I'm like 85 years old? Just know that these people will live in your wedding album for the rest of your life. So I would suggest that you don't get all excited and start promising all your girls the moment you get engaged, oh yeah, you're gonna be at my wedding. I luckily never had to do that, because when I asked all of my girls, I genuinely and truly wanted each and every single one of them, including my maid of honor. I truly wanted them in my wedding. I truly wanted them to be a part of it, because it was the most special, the most exciting day of my life. Nonetheless, I love, you know, everyone in my bridal party, and it was perfect. I just wanted to kind of give you girls a, you know, little background of how to choose your bridal party. It's true life. It's what truly happened to me. Unfortunately, a year later after my wedding, my maid of honor and I are no longer friends, and she's in all of my pictures, and there's nothing that I can do about it, and you just have to live with it. So move on, enjoy it, embrace it. Like I always say, take it with a grain of salt. Like, don't be petty, don't be catty. Like, you know what, she's in your pictures, cool. For the sake of the beautiful friendship that you guys had and everything she did for you during your wedding, girl, you know what, you can be in that pig, because it's not going to destroy my marriage. It's not going to make any difference. It's not going to affect the way I feel about the most amazing day of my life. So to finalize my video and end this on a positive note, really enjoy your wedding planning. Enjoy every little aspect, even the little hiccups of everything that's going on, because issues will arise, can potentially be a huge factor in the planning experience. So just enjoy it, because this is a one-in-a-lifetime experience. I would hope that your marriage lasts forever so you don't have to get married multiple times. But yeah, so really enjoy it. Like, just embrace it all, like everything, because at the end of the day, it's your special day. And if there's someone that you don't want in your wedding, you shouldn't feel obligated to want to have them, because you don't want to make them feel bad. Like, hey, you know, just let them know, like, I really wanted you at my wedding, but like, this is what's going on. Or, you know, I really want to keep like a small bridal party or whatever. Because like I said, you don't want to look back at these pictures and be like, oh, I didn't even want her there. So at least for me, when I picked out my bridesmaids, everybody in my bridal party, I genuinely wanted each and every single one of them. So like, to me, it didn't matter, because I honestly miss planning my wedding. Like, that's probably my favorite part of it. Like, I enjoyed my wedding day itself, but planning it was just so much fun. Getting together with my girls for brunch, planning what our next adventure would be. The drama, it will happen. Don't let it phase you. Set it straight from the beginning. Like, I don't want any drama. Try to get everybody together if you're bringing girls from like different groups. And that is pretty much the advice that I can give you girls as far as how to select your bridesmaids. Now, I can do another video on how I proposed to my bridesmaids, what the boxes were like. Like, if you guys want that, I can go ahead and do that too. Choose wisely is my biggest advice to you. Choose wisely. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching. If there's anything else that you girls would like to see as far as weddings, the do's and the don'ts, let me know and I can put it together. Since unfortunately we are in self-quarantine, like, I do have a lot of time in my hands. There's a lot of things and a lot of content that I want to put out for you girls, especially as far as the wedding goes, because I know a lot of you are getting married within the next couple of months, once all of this calms down and we get into summer. I know that a lot of you have upcoming weddings. I definitely want to go ahead and give you more of my little tips from my wedding. So definitely stay tuned. Don't forget to click that subscribe button so you guys can stay updated with my most recent videos. I will be putting a lot more content for you girls in the next 2 weeks, I promise. Thank you so much. I love you. Stay safe. Stay inside. Don't go out. Be healthy. Be kind to one another, those around you. You know, if you have an elderly neighbor, go over to their house, check on them, see what they need. And but other than that, don't go out. So I love you girls. Thank you for watching and supporting. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Click that subscribe button to stay updated with my most recent videos. And I will catch you guys on my next video. Bye.